Since Java version 1.14, Minecraft added a loading animation which appears every time creating or loading a world. This animation contains the color map, which is the accurate representation of what the game is doing behind the scenes. The color map is the 43 by 43 pixel white square. Each pixel in the map represents a chunk, with different colors represents different states of the chunks. The center of the map is the chunk 0, 0, but it will shift to the randomized or spawn point during the generation process. There is a total of 13 states or 13 different colors of the chunk. In this video, we're not going too deep, just some simple explanation of what the game is doing during each stage. When you're creating a world, the color map is starting with all black pixels. This is when this chunk is not loaded or generated at all. Next, the color turns to dark gray. This is when the game is trying to determine structure's location, like if this chunk contains part of village, then turn light purple to save this data. After that, it turns to light green, the biome stage. This is when the game is trying to calculate the biomes of the chunk, like a desert or sea, and save this to files. Then it turns to lighter gray. This is the noise stage. The game will generate randomized pattern of the terrains with Perlin noise algorithm. Next, it will turn into brown. This is the surface stage. And it's when the game is trying to add dirt, sand, bedrocks, and etc. You may notice some of the very dark gray and brownish color. The carver stage. This is when the game is trying to dig caves underground. Also dark purple, the liquid carver stage. When the game is trying to make caves that is filled with water like under the sea. Then there is a bright green color. It's called the featured stage. This is when the game is trying to add decorations, flowers or grass, snow and ice, lava and water pools, mob spawners, and ores. After all of this, the game is finished generating all the blocks in the chunk. Notice the map shifted to the world spawn point as the center in this stage. It will go through the gray color again. This time it's called light stage, to calculate how bright each block should look like. Then it may turn pink or light gray. They are called spawn and height map stage respectively. Spawn stage is to pre-generate some mobs like animals and villagers. The light gray height map stage will update world's height data. It contains specific coordinates highest blocks under certain conditions, like the highest solid blocks, for the game logics to work properly. At last, it goes to pure white. This is the full stage, when the chunk is all ready to be presented on your screen. The game is just repeat the steps to generate all the remaining chunks around the world spawn point. Only a radius of 12 chunks around the spawn point will be fully loaded when you opening the world. When you're trying to load a world, it will be much quicker. The game will only need to load saved chunks from the disk, so some stages will just get quickly skipped. After you enter the world, the game is still using these same steps to generate new parts of chunks, but there will be no color maps to visualize these things anymore. It is in the background all the time when you're playing around in the game. If you think you learned something in this video, please press like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.